What's up, guys? Welcome to the third episode. Hope you guys enjoy. Sorry the distortion on my mic is a little messed up throughout it. The wind was finicky. I don't know. I promise I'll have it fixed for next time. Enjoy this episode with Aiden. Peace. We're rolling here. We're rolling, dude. Rolling with a dab of ranch, specifically.
In my Rolly Royce.
Welcome. We're just starting with an airplane too. Just not great.
That's wonderful. I'm very happy.
Welcome to the third episode of Where Do You Sit?
Oh, this is third.
Third.
I thought you had recorded like more ahead of time.
No.
Like I was like the fifth or something. You just hadn't posted the other ones.
I mean,
welcome to the third one.
Yeah, exactly.
Number 3.
I think I'm doing Avi soon. Claire too. I don't know. We'll see.
Close.
We had some kids screaming, like right before Aiden came. So we're gonna have to pray they keep quiet.
I mean, if they're the ones I'm hearing right now, at least they're far enough away. I don't think these will pick them up.
Yeah.
Were they like screaming, or was it just like I'm playing in the pool and having fun?
And
okay.
Splashing. Sponsored by Super Chill. Today's episode is sponsored by Super Chill.
I already drank mine, but I'll let you know it's super yummy. That's why I drank it so fast.
And it's really good.
It's really yummy.
Let me just say the grape flavor is my favorite. Use code Where Do You Sit Podcast for 10% off your order.
Use hashtag chill on Twitter for free shouts outs.
We'll like your tweet actually if you do a hashtag. Okay. This is Aiden, though.
Hello.
Man, we have a weird history.
It's interesting, that's to say the least, because for a long time, like, I think it was second grade that I first, like, knew of you.
Uh-huh.
And at the time, the only real friend I had was Will.
Uh-huh.
So it was, like, just this weird hate thing when you're a kid.
Yeah.
You know, and you get defensive about that sort of thing. So I hated you, I hated Charles, hated everybody that just wasn't Will, pretty much.
Yeah.
And like my girlfriend at the time, those were the only two people I talked to at school. Yeah. And so that hate, even though like obviously that faded, you know, I grew up, made more friends, stopped being such of an ass as a kid.
Yeah.
Like it didn't fade though. Like I still hated you for no reason.
Yeah.
And then it just took like, so by 7th grade, 8th grade, where we actually started talking, it was so, like we had missed so much of actually being able to talk in the past that
Definitely.
it just, and it still carries over a little today. Like, we still haven't really hung out at any point to this day.
Yeah.
It's interesting, but
No,
it's not necessarily negative.
No, yes, certainly. That's exactly what I would say it as. Like, we like had just like beef in like 5th grade.
Yeah.
But there was no point to the beef.
There was no, it was beef, but it was like tofu. It was fake beef. See.
Dude,
I'm known as the funny
bar.
guy around. That's my motive.
Okay. Here's a little dirt on you, though. When you called yourself Zane, that's when we were beefing.
Yeah, that's fair enough. I like to forget everything that happened before 8th grade and then a large amount of 8th grade and freshman year. Mm-hmm. I do a lot of things I regret. I'm just that kind of person, I guess.
Yeah. I mean, we met, like I said, through Will, through Charles. Like, me and Charles became friends in, like, 3rd grade, and you were friends with Will at that same time. And then I think I met Will, and I don't know what happened, but it was just kind of like people joined.
Yeah, it's such a long time ago.
Yeah, no.
You can't expect to have a perfect memory of it still.
Yeah. But yeah, that was really fun, like getting to know you 7th and 8th grade, because that's when I kind of transitioned out of like being a popular kid, you know?
Yeah.
Like being friends, like, this is not like rude, but like being friends with like Reese Hennon and like, you know what I mean?
Yeah. The earliest memory I have of you was sitting with Finn and Miguel at the lunch table in 2nd grade and just thinking like, why?
Yeah.
Not like, I don't remember like what the thought process was, but it was like, it was essentially like, why can't I have that? Essentially, because I was looking at you as like, that's the cool popular 2nd grader. This is peak 2nd grade right here.
Yeah.
So
I mean, yeah, I'm not gonna deny it. Like I was like,
no, I don't think it's necessarily a bad thing either. I'm not blaming you.
yeah.
It's just what happened.
Definitely.
What happened with Finn actually?
That dude.
Did you guys just fall off?
Yeah, it was like, so me and Miguel, it was like the time where I became friends with like Annabelle's kind of friend group, like
Right.
Ava and them, like
Yeah.
and I think I was still friends with Miguel more of than Finn, because Finn started hanging out with Lil Momo, and Lil Momo hated me.
Yeah.
So it was like, okay, like that's cool. Like, and me and Finn would still talk randomly, but I just remember one day, like him, John C's, and like one other
the
kid.
stinky one.
Yeah, we were playing soccer, and oh my god, Finn made me so mad. And we just fucking cussed each other out. Like it was that one day where I realized, like, yeah, we are not friends anymore.
It's just that defining moment.
Yeah,
that it's like it's over.
Like we didn't talk after that for like 2 years. And I swear to God, 7th grade after school, I was in Steven's room. I think it was 7th grade. No, it had to be earlier. That means if Steven, I don't know. Steven was still working, and I remember writing a script for like an after school like film I was making,
Right.
and Finn just sat down next to me, and we hadn't talked in so long. I was like, whoa. And then we started talking, and that's like when we became kind of like chill again at the end of like our middle school years. Because,
Yeah.
everyone became chill at the end.
Right. I think we all evolved out of like just being dicks. Just
Yeah,
like
ignorant.
absolute. Well, not all of us, obviously. Like being at Edison, I still see a lot of those people, and they're not done.
Uh-huh.
They still have a ways to go. So
Yeah.
I'm just glad we got it out while we were young, so now we can be like more adult, even though we're like all 15, 16
Yeah,
about things,
definitely.
which is sick.
I
Well, it's a
mean,
good thing you became friends with him, because I swear to God he's gonna die with that cough.
Finn?
It's still there. It's worse now. I don't know what to tell him anymore. Like, it's funny just because it's like we'll be playing Fortnite or something. It's like just like it sounds like he's like actually dying. And he's like, I've gone to the doctor so many times, I don't know what it is.
Seriously?
Yeah,
Jesus.
it's like I want to make a joke at it, but it's starting to be serious enough to where it's like,
Like, you can't do that.
yeah,
That's actually
like
funny.
it's crazy.
Dang.
It's always been sort of weird between me and him. It's not like not friends, but not close friends.
Uh-huh.
And I found out he lives like less than a mile away. Still haven't hung out.
Yeah.
It's weird.
He, like,
It's not bad though.
his mom is like a casting agent, I want to say,
Really?
for music videos. She was, at least. Definitely. When
Yeah.
I was in like 4th grade. And I'm in like this music video with Finn.
Really?
It has like 100K views. It's just such a... Haley Bonner, I think is... I don't know. She's like a local artist, and like... She's cool. Like, I met her at the shoot and stuff, and like... It's just crazy. Like, that's like when I remember... And I remember after filming the music video, I was hanging out with Finn, just like we were shooting hoops in his backyard.
Hey.
And it was like the house like right there.
Oh,
Like, up the hill.
yeah,
It's
yeah.
like 4 blocks away from here. And I remember it was when he was dating Maggie still. So he was like bragging to me, like, yeah, we got to hang out. I was like, damn, that's fun.
TS,
Like, it was
bust.
just, yeah. That's just weird memories I have with like Finn and Miguel before like I met you guys.
I have it's like sort of connected with like the music video thing. I'll ask my dad. Link in the description if I find it.
Okay, bet.
I was in a music video. I forget who. It was some local Minnesota artist that was kind of going up, and they asked my dad to come help and shoot a music video for them. And there's a scene in the beginning, easily 1st or 2nd grade. I can't imagine it was any point after that. Maybe early 3rd. And it's like there's this girl, and I was breakdancing in front of her.
What?
And it was just like, that's just in the music video for like 8 seconds. over the guy's like, yeah, we're gonna tell you how it's done here. And then just like some dude doing like a BMX kickflip
Dude.
on a bike at like, it was at Botno at that skate park.
What? Really?
Yeah, it was at the actual skate park section. So I'll see if I can find it. My dad will definitely know what I'm talking about,
That's sick.
but I don't know where it is now.
Shout out Aiden's dad.
Shout out Joseph Avi Sadowski at Pheromone Productions. If you got beats, we got the man.
Yes, sir.
Pheromone.
So he does Soundset.
He does. He's a big help with Soundset every year. Obviously not this year, but
rip.
Hopefully next year.
Yeah, dude. It's funny. I got like Snapchat memories from Soundset.
Yeah.
2-3 years ago with Charles, and we saw Tyler and Atmosphere and like people live. It was just good memories.
I think I was only there for one performance. I saw Prof, and I was only there because we were picking up my dad. I've never actually been.
Oh yeah.
It's just I think it was because I was young enough at the point, and I just also only started actually listening to music for like the past year and a half.
Right.
So I just never even appealed.
Yeah. No.
But I was looking forward to it this year because there was actually a couple artists lined up that I was interested in watching.
Did they release who was playing?
They didn't release it, but my dad told me about a few of the people that would be coming through.
Oh.
So I don't know if I should say.
You probably should.
I probably shouldn't
That's
say.
actually like so disclosed. That's funny.
But TS.
That proves though that like your dad has like connections, bro.
Hey man, the hookups. I can see Prof.
Like William texted me. He was like, "Dude, I might meet Tyler when he comes on tour here." I was like, "Okay, how?" And he was like, "Aiden's dad." I was like,
Yeah, I don't know where Will got that from because I just straight up didn't promise anything like that.
I know.
I was like, I could probably get cheap tickets. Maybe I could even get backstage.
Yeah, like,
I don't know. I don't know
right.
how because it depends on the place, really, how far his connection would get me.
Yep.
And obviously, I'm not going to try and abuse my dad's
camera turned off.
It turned off.
Yeah, keep talking.
I'm not going to like try and go about and extend my reach too far with it. Does it just like not do video?
Yeah.
It's just a black spot for a few seconds.
Yep.
That's funny.
Okay, sorry.
It's not very funny, but it is funny.
It's very funny. We're getting better. Okay.
We're getting better. We learned the tips and tricks
of the podcasting.
We watched your camera watch. Game Leap.
Pablo's camera.
Love it.
Gotta love it.
Big fan.
Huge fan of Pablo's camera. We were talking about Pablo before we started it, and
shouts out Resnick.
Shout out Resin. Wood resin. Well, we were talking about like the Discord too. I think that's a good conversation.
Maybe.
Like
I have mixed feelings about it, honestly.
Yeah.
Charles is a great friend. Tamir's a great friend. All of them are great friends. Except for maybe Rory.
Rory won't listen to it.
Roy Banks. Yeah. Yep. Well, I'm not. He knows I'm joking too.
No. I guess I want to explain before you like actually talk. Like,
yeah. No,
if you don't have Discord, don't know what it is. It's basically just like a messaging app. It's where like you create like servers of people that
just imagine
people hang out
if FaceTime was an app and it was also just like texting.
Yeah.
And then it's a whole just combined.
Yeah.
It's just your messaging, but for people who don't want to use FaceTime, I guess.
Yeah. It's also like it's gotten so much nicer over the years.
It has. I remember when it first started, like was Pablo in 5th grade when that whole thing happened with him in his Discord group chat. You remember?
No.
It was like Pablo had a Discord for everyone in his grade, and then it got like shut down by the school in Donna. Do you remember that?
No. Are you serious?
I'm serious. I don't remember enough about it, so I don't want to keep speaking on it like that. You gotta ask Pablo about that, but that definitely happened. That was like Pablo had a Discord.
Wait, why did it get shut down?
I think they were just like swearing or something. Or maybe like rude jokes, whatever it was. The school found out about it and was like, "You're getting rid of this." I was like, I don't think you're allowed to do that.
Definitely not.
Not because it's just like it's like if you came into me having a phone call with somebody, and I made a joke about them, and you're just like, not okay. We're ending the phone call. Yeah, hang up.
Yeah.
It doesn't make sense, but it happened. It definitely happened.
Jesus.
I don't remember enough about it.
Dang. I mean, I just don't remember that at all. That was like when I didn't like Pablo because he was playing kendama and was annoying. What, you just remember?
Yeah, I don't know. I just got flashbacks from that. Just him in the hallways. Yes.
Dude, That's why people clowned on us, because
Yeah.
people like Pablo, and I was just like, bro, I'm just trying to do a hobby. And
Yeah,
people
it's
like
just,
Maggie
it's just like
were,
a skill. It's
making
fun.
of us.
I kind of just hopped on that bandwagon with it. I was just
Yeah.
like, stupid Kentama idiots.
that's
Just stupid flips.
I do like you and Charles were like joking.
Yeah, we didn't like hate you for it.
Yeah, but like people like Maggie and Ava were like constantly berating us.
Oh my god.
Not like I'm not holding a grudge against anyone who's. It's just like back in the day. It's just like
It's back then it was like free for all, really.
Yeah.
Any man's game.
Went back to the normal Discord.
Yeah, back to actual Discord.
Yeah.
It's great to talk to people on there. Shouts out any Discord listeners. I told Tamir said that he would watch this one. Fashali.
Nice.
Fashali.
Fashali.
It's always fun, and they'll rag on me a lot, and I rag on them a lot. It's obvious, that would happen, but it's just sometimes I'm not in the mood. I don't want to hear it, and I know the same goes for them, and I'll push it. I'm not without blame for these things, but lately hasn't been the move.
Yeah.
It's just because people do their own things, and I can't be a part of a lot of those things because I cannot be asked to buy a PC. I don't want to be the PC guy.
Yeah.
So
that's what we were talking about before we started too. Like, half the people have a PS4, half the people have a PC, and that's where if you play a game together, you can meet on Discord and it's fun.
Yeah.
But if you join Discord when 3 people are playing
CS:GO, yeah,
it's like, okay, well,
it'd be like if it was just Tamir and Charles on talking, and then you, me, Will joined, and we're all playing Overwatch.
Yeah.
It's not fun.
Yeah.
And I'm
if
not
they're already
be
on there and we join, it's like, okay, that's fair.
Yeah, and then there's been plenty of times where it's just late night.
Yeah.
We just talk. It's
Definitely.
great. It's busting. Sometimes we activate the video cam and do something silly.
Well, yeah, during quarantine especially, I've gotten back into like joining more often, especially during the day, just like see who's on.
And with Discord being so like, I don't want to join just because I know they're playing. If it's not CS:GO, it's Bed Wars. If it's not Bed Wars, it's Rainbow. Whatever it is, I don't want to hear it. I can't play with them.
Like Minecraft Bed Wars?
Yeah. Minecraft Bed Wars.
Whew.
Legitimately for just a month.
Yeah, it's like a game that will just get played over and over throughout
Oh my god, I can understand. Like, it's fun. It's fun. I've played it. It's fun if you know what you're doing. Can't play it for a month. Not that kind of game.
Yeah.
I'm very glad it hasn't been, though, because the fact that it hasn't been me and Will started playing Overwatch again.
Yeah.
And then now you're joining. And then we go play Fortnite, and we'll play with Cristal and other people. And sometimes not even just Overwatch or Fortnite. So I'm very happy. And it's very good. I'm glad that I'm able to connect out with other people instead of just the Discord.
Definitely,
Because I was so centric with it for so long.
I've kind of treated it like something special. Because I like the idea of being like, oh, I can join whenever, and there'd be someone I know online, like Charles, Tamir, Pablo, like the 3 most poppin' people.
Kieran. Don't forget.
You're right. What's his little like Discord like? Isn't it like pirate or something? You know Charles is Norwegian.
What?
Isn't Charles Norwegian?
Yeah, he's Norwegian.
Then what's Kieran's?
Irish.
Oh, it's Irish. Yep.
Oh, the role.
The role. Yeah.
Isn't
it Irish though?
I think it is Irish. I think it is Irish. We have.
Dude, shout out Discord roles.
Really bust when Charles keeps banning you from the server and you can't even use the music channel. You can't skip
Wait, why?
it or anything. Because you need like the roles to ask for skip and Q and that sort of thing, and then I'll like make a bad joke and try, Aiden, I fucking hate you for banning you, and then he just like, I can't join Discord for 2 days.
Yeah.
And I come back and I can't do anything with music.
I don't think I've ever been banned from it, so I just have stayed a black person on the Discord. That's my role.
That shouts out Pablo for making the roles.
It's like 3-4 years ago now.
Oh my god.
I've been that forever. Same with Gabrielle and Will.
Yep. Wouldn't have it any other way.
Oh, shit. Hold on. Let me check the time.
Do you have the timer on it when it turns off your phone?
Yeah.
Okay.
So we got a few more minutes still.
Till we get the nice black screen once more.
Yes! Okay. So did you watch the last one with Will?
I watched half of it.
Uh-huh.
Today I was like, okay, I'm going to wake up nice and early. gonna watch both of them and see what I'm getting myself into here. Have some breakfast, take a shower, go. Nope. Woke up at like 2. I woke up when you texted me. And I was like, oh God.
Yeah, you texted me at like 4 yesterday. You were like, so are we still on for tomorrow? Come on. Well, yeah.
Yeah, you know, I've been so bad with sleeping, not over quarantine, just these past few days.
Absolutely fair though.
It's because I took this weekend off and I went power hungry. I was like pulling an all-nighter, and I did, and then I fell asleep for 5 hours at noon, and I was like, can't do it today because Wilson's tomorrow. And then I woke up today, I was like, definitely doing it today. Just because like not having to work on the weekends is so freeing. Can I talk about my work for a second?
Yes. For sure.
Everyone, I hope nobody finds this overly offensive. I told my uncle about this, who is Ukrainian, and he finds it very funny. They all think I'm foreign. They all think I'm from Ukraine.
Okay.
Bus.
Not sure why.
Well, so what happened was I had a long-running joke. Just stupid. Just like, what if I join a job and I pretend I have an accent? You know, like, I'm British, I'm Irish, I'm Ukrainian. And I was just always like, I'll never do it. I want to be serious if I work, even if it's McDonald's. But what happened was I went through the application process. I didn't do it. But I realized that I had mumbled pretty much all through the application process, never really spoke up like I'm doing now. Like, you can hear my pronounced voice. Before I was just like, yeah, I live down the street, you know, sort of thing. And I was like, do you think they'd notice? They would notice for sure. So I tested the waters a bit with the voice, and nobody picked up. And then I went a little further, and nobody picked up. And now that's what I am.
Just Ukrainian.
Yeah, I haven't made up any lies or anything. I'm not like, I was, you don't know, my village in Ukraine. I'm not like my first love was Latvia, and she was a beautiful girl. Yeah, just talking about like I crossed the border by boat. You know, no, I haven't.
So some lies.
No, I'm saying I haven't done that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, no. I have great respect for my uncle and my family from Ukraine, and the voice is as far as I'd feel comfortable going. Yeah. But he found it funny, which is the only reason why I greenlit myself and went forward with it.
That's funny.
But yeah.
Nice. McDonald's workers, not oftenly Ukraine, so I bet that's kind of.
It's awesome, actually. I work with a bunch of 2 people from Guatemala, 1 from Mexico, 1 from Ecuador. The nice mix of people. They all speak Spanish very well. They helped me do my Spanish final because I didn't understand a word of it.
That's gold.
That's golden because I'm in like Spanish 3, and we haven't done Spanish for 3 months now. Yes, so dude. She gives us the final like I was in class every day for the past.
Tell me about it. Spanish online sucked.
It's so bad. I can't even translate it because it was a PDF. I would have had to type out the whole thing. It's like, gross. Oh God, I just can't. So I brought it to work with me on while they were on break. They were so lovely to take up 2 of their breaks, like 2 occurring days. It was a Saturday and a Sunday, to help me with my Spanish final.
They were probably like, "Oh, a Ukrainian trying to learn Spanish. How nice."
Interesting.
Okay, we'll cut right there. We'll see you after this ad break.
Super chill.
Yeah. Ready? Ready?
Like, I'm not first.
Oh, man. Boy, do I love me some Super Chill after a nice day of editing. Thanks to Super Chill for sponsoring today's episode of the podcast. This is my first time. Line? Is there a line? Do you have a script? Griffin. Favorite flavor is Mount. I can't do that. No. My personal favorite flavor is Mount. Is it Mount Chill? My personal favorite flavor is Mount Chill. Although today and during the episode, I was drinking the grape flavor. They have many more flavors like cherry, kiwi, strawberries. Okay, cut. Not only do they make really good soda, they also make baking soda and sparkling water for all you moms out there. Am I right? Only moms like sparkling water, right? Is that bad? Just kidding. If you like sparkling water, you're just a pussy is what I'm saying. So actually, Super Insanely Chill was one of the original names I had for the podcast. They're actually on sale right now for $15 one 32 box of 32 cans. And actually, if you guys didn't know this, not many sodas only have 50 grams of sugar in one can. So they're like doing really well, I think, in that factor.
Like a Zevia.
Yeah. What's stevia? So yeah, guys, huge shout out to Super Chill for thanks to Super Chill for sponsoring today's episode of the podcast. Yeah, I'm gonna take a sip in solidarity. Oh shit. She's gonna get some. Oh fuck.
Charles actually was like, I don't think I mentioned it, but Charles was like, wouldn't it be bus if me and you went on at the same time? And I was like, that would be bus, but I thought he was just messing. But I didn't realize till yesterday. He was like, did you ask Wilson about it? I was like, supposed to? I thought you were just joking, but
Well, hey.
We're here now. It's too late now, Charles. You gotta get your own episode now, Charles.
Hey. So we just recorded
Yeah.
for 12 minutes. Had actually a really good conversation.
Multiple. And then
My camera wasn't filming.
It's really awesome, actually. Mine was filming, and even though it's like the awkward not bus one that Pablo has, the one that like cuts off just randomly.
Mine was the one. The good one wasn't even filming.
So it wasn't. The SD card was like hot too.
I took it out. I felt I was like, oh shit.
Like the metal bits were actually kind of like
scorching.
Yeah. How does that even happen? I don't know. I don't feel like it should be that hard to record.
It's annoying.
No. But now I have no sweater and the camera angles changed, which is really awesome.
It's been a while. Okay.
Just the tripod broke too while we're trying to fix the footage.
So really, this podcast is just going uphill.
It's really awesome, actually.
It's really good. Speaking of the podcast, you texted me late last night.
Yeah.
Trying to be like, okay, so we still on today?
Yeah.
And then Charles texted me like 5 minutes after you and was like, can I be on an episode soon? And I thought you guys were on Discord talking about it cuz at like 4 a.m. But you weren't?
No, we weren't. The only thing I mentioned to him was how I wanted to like make sure I was wearing the right clothes because I haven't like actually put together an outfit in so long. I just wear whatever is not dirty, and sometimes what is, just because I cannot be asked to do the laundry.
Yeah.
So it's awesome, really.
It's really good.
It's really sick.
I mean, you came through dripping.
Fair enough.
Okay,
fair
well,
enough.
true.
I was gonna wear the long sleeve, even though it didn't match, just because I love that shirt. The Ed, Ed and Eddie one. It just says "Don't be an idiot," but it's actually like fairly dripped, like a faucet. But then I remembered how hot it is outside, and that with the sweater I think I would have killed me going up that hill.
Yeah.
So
how long did it take you?
I did the first half of it within a minute, and I haven't been out on my bike. I haven't done the mountain bike trips or anything this year, so just killed me. I got halfway up and I was like, I gotta walk.
Oh, it hurts.
It does, and it doesn't help that I was carrying the backpack because I have like a lock. I didn't know if I'd need it or anything, and it's like a big one too, so I have to bring a backpack to lug it around. So it's just not very great for me.
Yeah, I mean, if you don't know where my house is, it's like right by this huge hill coming up, and Aiden's house is like,
I'm a good 2 miles away, up Central.
Central, right.
Yeah.
So you like came, and I had this huge hill. Like, if you come from like that way or this way, it's more gradual. But like, it's just a.
Here's the address.
Pain.
You can see for yourself. In description, guys.
Link to my address will be in the description. Feel free to dox me.
Doors unlocked. Just come have a chill time.
Oh, the code to our back door is 2 psychass. Now
you thought I would tell you.
Nuh-uh.
Reality, I wouldn't.
Never.
Never, ever.
Never, ever, ever. Okay, you know... God.
I'm just paranoid about the cameras now.
I know. God damn it.
It's really awesome because I'm afraid it's just going to be like a super bus conversation. And then it's just like, nope.
Loud ass thing.
Yeah.
Okay, here's a random thing I thought of yesterday.
Okay.
I don't know why, but I was like, this would be a good topic to talk about. Do you remember when Banksy had, like, the artist had, like, one of his things sold and it, like, shredded itself?
Yeah.
I brought that up to Myra yesterday and she was like, what are you talking about? I was like, did I make that up in my head? And then I looked it up and I was like, oh yeah, this is just, like, definitely happened.
Yeah, I remember that. That's weird. That's one of those things you remember, like, vividly, like, it happened.
Uh-huh.
But you don't remember any of it.
Yeah.
It's just like, I remember it did in fact happen. I saw a clip of it, heard about it on the news. It was just like some dude, some pretentious guy with a bad painting sold it, and then it just shredded itself. And I was like, oh yeah. Wasn't the story that it was like a dead artist, and then they tried to sell it, but he had built in a paper shredder? Or am I making that all up?
You're making it up because, like, Banksy's
You're making it up.
Hey, you're lying. You see? No, but, like, Banksy's, like, he has, like, an Instagram, and he's, like, super well known.
Okay.
I think he has, like, a bunch of, like, graffiti in New York, I think. But,
I could be thinking about a different one because the one I'm thinking of feels. I know which one you're the Banksy's one.
Yeah.
But though I'm thinking of a different one maybe, and it feels real enough to where I think it's actually a memory instead of just like something my mind's doing for me.
Weird.
It's like when you have one of those way too realistic dreams and now you have an agenda in your actual day that came from the dream.
So weird.
I remember once I had a dream that I just got like detention suspended for a week.
Mm-hmm.
And it was just like, it was a bad dream, but I remember that specifically. And I remember on the way home from school, I was just like, fuck. Oh my God, no. How am I going to have to tell this to my parents? Like, I was legitimately freaking out.
Yeah.
Just because it was like a week. And then I got to the door and I was like, oh, wait, no.
Bro, like, yeah. Those type of dreams are so weird. Like, I had one, like, work-related where I, like, missed a shift. And everyone at work just, like, slowly started texting me, like, dude, where are you? It's like, not even everyone would be at that shift. It didn't even make sense. It's just, like, all my work friends were just like, dude, come in. You're going to get fired. And I pulled up, got fired immediately, and then I woke up. It was, like, just such a weird stress dream.
It's extra weird when you're a person who normally has dreams that just nothing is real. Yeah. Nothing connects. You can ask William about a dream that I had a long time ago. If you just ask him, if you say, Will, do you remember Aiden's Hooli dream? He'll know, and he'll have a very funny reaction, I'm sure.
Jesus.
I'm not going to go into detail about it, partially because I don't remember it, but I know he does.
Yeah.
Just because it was one of those things where he's like, don't bring that up again, please.
Yeah, it's interesting when people are like, oh, can I tell you about my dream? Because that means, like, they had such a, like, vivid, like, image in their head that they, like, need to share it. Because people don't just share their, like, normal, like, dreams.
Yeah, you wouldn't really share a dream if it was just like, went for a walk, it's a butterfly, have some water, mom came and said, how you doing? Nobody would share that one, really.
One thing that, like, pisses me off is, like, people who share their dreams too much, though. Like, I'll share mine if it's like, oh, that's weird, it's like a connection. Like, I randomly thought I had beef with Anders in one dream because we didn't like the same album. Like, I really liked an album and he didn't like it, and I dreamed that he swiped up on my story and was like, that shit garbage. And I woke up, I was like, and so I told him that. But then if I just know a few people that are just like, can I please tell you about my dream? And it's just like, no. Yeah, you told me like 2 ones this week already.
Yeah. It's sort of that thing where you bring it up few and far between. And it's got to be a good one, too.
Yeah,
it's got to be funny. It's got to be weird. It can't just be a dream.
If it's not, like, involving someone, then it doesn't really matter.
Yeah, that's kind of it, too. If it doesn't relate to me, or if it's not something big enough to where I would be interested, don't bring it up.
Yeah.
Just don't. I won't say her name, but one of my girlfriends, just every other day. You can probably guess which one, knowing the people I've gone out with, but just, oh my God, I didn't want to say anything about it because I just felt like it would be too mean. Felt like just, oh my God, get away from me every time, because it was every other day. And it was just the most mundane stuff. I wake up, I made a bowl of oatmeal. I'm like, really now, did you? A bowl? That's a lot of oatmeal there, isn't it?
Dude, like, I guess I haven't had that experience with, like, my girlfriends, but there are kids at, like, PIM right now who do that.
I'm not really surprised.
Yeah. No,
I rag on
no.
Pim a lot, but I think a fair amount of it comes from someplace, just like from what I've heard.
Well, yeah, I mean, I can't blame you. It's like,
No.
basically, if you think of an art school, it's like stereotype every part of an art school.
Yeah.
You know,
I know
like,
that there's a lot of really awesome people from there. I haven't had the pleasure of meeting them yet,
Uh-huh.
but I know they're really good people.
Yeah, right.
And obviously, if people like you and Will and Avi are having a good time there, then I know that there's got to be, it's redeeming.
Mm-hmm.
But you're absolutely right. There is a lot of the stereotypes, and like,
The art kids are super quiet or whatever.
yeah,
Like
it's just
visual
like,
I don't know.
I don't know. I don't think there's anything necessarily wrong with it. They're just being themselves, but at the same time, it's
course.
not people I'd want to interact with. You know?
Fair. Like, yeah, there was a bunch of memes that I saw, like, especially during quarantine, that were like, band kids be like, Undertale Sans, dab, big chungus.
Oh
It's
yeah, the ones on TikTok where it was like, POV, I'm the band kid and you're new to school. And then, God, the one that I saw where it was like the kid and he was like really thin and he had the little glasses like that.
God.
And he gave him, those shoes are a big oof. That one was just like,
It hit home.
oh God, because I was in drumline and the drumline kids were really awesome.
Uh-huh.
Like, they weren't like that at all.
Yeah.
But I had it right after the band kids. So I'd catch a lot of them leaving. And it was Leif. Just imagine a lot of Leifs.
Yeah.
Just, I remember this was so funny to be, and Anders, if you ask him about it, he still doesn't remember it. But it was at one of the pep fests, right? And Anders does trumpet and Leif does trumpet, and they were standing right next to each other, way back. And me and Tamir and Hunter and Momo and everyone were just watching. We're looking at the people,
Uh-huh.
and I'm like, oh, there's Anders, and everyone's looking at him. And as I pointed him out, Leif does like the over to Anders, and Anders stops playing. He looks over at Leif, and Leif just goes like. And just starts like laughing, and Anders is like,
Jesus.
and then just keeps playing. And I was just like, what happened? what was that? I want to know what made him laugh so much and made Anders like upset. Like, to see Anders upset, like, that's got to be something.
He doesn't emote like that.
No, he's very
Like, usually.
he's a very like up guy.
Uh-huh.
You don't really see him mad or sad.
Right.
And it was just like so weird. I was just like, I gotta know what that is. And I asked him afterwards, and I was like, I have no clue what you're talking about. I was like, did you block that out? Like,
How?
what happened? It was like
So funny.
20 minutes ago.
Shout out Durs, bro.
Durs Vev. Durs
Yes.
reviews music. We're gonna have so many things in the description at this rate.
Dude, hit up his gram.
Pheromone. Check out Sonar SoundCloud. We didn't mention Sonar, did we? That was in the last recording, wasn't it?
It was. That got deleted. Dude, you were talking about. I know this is like way backtracking, but like, we were talking about like memories and like how you can just block stuff out, like that Banksy weird thing. Like,
Yeah.
you were like mixing up stories, maybe.
Oh, there it is.
There it goes. Like a few days ago, we were talking about Pokemon because Griffin came over, got platinum.
Yeah, I
And
noticed
started
you brought
nuzlocking
up
it.
Plat, and then we started talking about how I've never played Diamond and Pearl.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And then we were talking about like, oh yeah, we have Diamond or Pearl, I forget which one. And like I brought up the like little Pokemon like Tamagotchi like thing that you could
Yeah.
it, like counted your steps.
And then that one, oh my God, I thought I was crazy for the longest time. It was like so vivid
Yeah.
of me at Christmas getting one of those. And anytime I tried describing it, I must have done a very bad job because nobody ever understood.
Yeah.
Even Google gave up on me.
That's a weird thing though.
It is. It's also more, it's like that weird promotional item that's really cool, but they never really made it,
Yeah.
you know?
Yeah.
So,
Well, Griffin had one and then he lost it and
just found it.
no, like he just we don't know where it is, but like I remember being like, and this is always something that's been like fascinating to me is like if a game interacts outside of the game.
Yeah, that's
Like-
always fun.
Nintendo, like the Switch app, you can like for Splatoon, you can like check what maps are in rotation and like what's in the shop. And like to me, like a few years ago, I don't know why, but that was like the coolest feeling because I was like, oh sweet, when I get home in 2 hours, I can play and I know like all this like it just feels so like cool to have like something on the go.
Yeah.
Like that's basically what a Switch is now. Like
I hope this shocks your brain a little. Face Raiders for the 3DS, where you would scan the person's face, and then you had to shoot the little things. It'd be like
true classic. Okay,
Yeah.
if you guys had a 3DS, you gotta remember that game.
Gee, yeah, it was just the memories that I went through my 3DS. I think a month ago. Just going through the sound, the pictures. There was so much funny stuff because they're dated as far back as 2016, 2014.
Oh, yeah. Definitely.
I'm getting really young me in these pictures,
so
like
crazy.
obese me in a couple of the pictures, you know. And there was this slideshow. I had one slideshow, and it was a bunch of pictures of my dog. Hooli, not Ricky, edited in the Nintendo app with a bunch of like the heart and smiley face emojis.
That's so good.
And it was a slideshow because we were putting him down. And I felt bad because my dad seemed really sad. It's like one of the few times I've seen my dad like upset, just because that dog was like, he outlived what they're supposed to live to by like 4 years.
Yeah.
He was like really old. So we did that. I made him the slideshow. I showed it to my dad because I thought it would cheer him up. Yeah. And I remember that's the only time I've ever seen my dad cry. When
That's
I showed
intense,
him that.
Man. That's like a good memory.
But it was really funny looking back at it, just because I didn't have a lot of pictures of him on my 3DS, and I must have been too lazy to get any more, even though it was like a memorial slideshow and he's right there. You know what I mean? So I had a couple of the pictures repeat 3 or 4 times, and one of them was just, it was like the picture of him, and then there was a picture of him later with like little hearts and stuff, and then the third one, I just took the stylus and I drew a smiley face on the dog. Just like an emoji.
The classic like little kid not knowing what to do, like.
Yeah, and you know, it's innocent within it. You know, I know I had good intentions with it. I was trying to do something for my dad. Yeah. And then there was my Face Raiders. That's why I brought it up.
Yeah, definitely.
The most used one was this picture of my cat that was so perfectly synced. Yeah. And then the second most used one was one from Will in 2nd grade on the bus. Just going like.
That's so crazy. That's such a cool memory, man. Yeah. Like, one thing before we wrap it up, like, the 3DS, like, do you remember, like, you could get, like, points for walking if you just had it? Me and, like, my friend Ben Meyer, who lives, like, right over there, you played with him recently, of course.
I've met Ben. Not obviously in person. But
like,
I interacted.
We used to just go on walks just to get those points together. And, like, you know the Me game? Yeah. That we played that you'd have to, like, fight and you'd spells? Oh, my God. We, like, played that shit for, like, a whole year, and we, like, loved it. Like, you just saying that face, oh, my God. Like,
I was so mad as a kid because my parents refused to turn on the internet from my 3DS, so it never got updated.
Dang.
So I never got to experience a lot of that stuff. I never even got to play Smash with anybody but you that one time. And I remember because everyone was like, Wilson's so good at Smash, you'll never beat Wilson. And I beat you because it was on like the Toon Link train stage with items, and I was using Bowser Jr. And I was like, I'm better than Wilson! And I just never lived it down until like a few years ago.
Dude, oh my God.
Because that was Choice Day. That was with the stamps.
Exactly. I remember that day so well. Like, me and you were like,
the stamps, man.
I wasn't that close with you at the time. No. So I was like lost to you, and I was like, shoot, like there goes my reputation of like being so good. And then I realized, like, I mean, it's with items, but I'm not trying to be like, I didn't lose, like, fight me again. I wasn't trying to be like rude. Yeah. So I remember like holding off a little. Like,
well, I know I took it too far because I was like, I'm better than Wilson, and I just never mentioned that it was the train stage with items, Bowser Jr. Like, that is just the ultimate combo of, like, did you really win? Yeah. You know, so there's an asterisk next to it for sure.
And good memory, I think about all the time. It's so weird. Yeah. Is you and William were fighting, and I was just watching over your shoulder, and I was like, oh, the bait. And then I was like, dude, you're a master baiter. I was like, pause. Hear me out.
Hold up.
You're a masturbator. And then you guys started laughing. It's so funny.
When was that?
Like the same day. Like, I was just watching you guys play. Like, I think about that random time.
Not us or anything, but you are a masturbator.
Like, I think about that so much for some reason. Yeah. I'm so glad you remember that, like, Choice Day thing.
The stamps, man. That is a lasting memory. I don't think that's ever going to go. Like, I'll be
Definitely.
60 talking to my grandkids and be like, when I went to school,
Mhm.
we had a little something called the stamps.
On Choice Day.
Choice Day. The
And-
only time I ever... Actually, I probably shouldn't say name. There's a person I still to this day don't fond very much.
Uh-huh.
And I had major respects for him when he stood up to the teachers and was like, I'm not doing this anymore, and just ripped up the stamp sheet.
Oh, yeah. No. Me too. Like,
I was
Beth-
like, dude, thank you.
do you remember Beth?
Yes, I remember
And
Beth.
how she acted? Like, she just treated me so
Tyrant.
disrespectful. Yeah. just
If
awful.
Pablo were here, he'd have a few political things to compare it to. That's for darn sure.
Jesus. Okay, I don't want to get too deep into beef with Beth, but
Beth beef. Esposito beef.
oh my God.
The best beef.
Dude, I
A
don't
lot
want to
of
go
lot
into
of
it.
great memories in that good old math
I don't want to
class.
ruin that good memory chain we just had.
No. I loved 8th grade because I had advisory with Leaf.
Mhm.
Oh my God, I don't think there's any
Yeah.
advisor I've loved more than 8th grade. Because
Yeah.
I had it with Leaf, Tamir, Muhammad Osman, Curtis, Najib, Fuad.
Uh-huh.
Fuad was the funniest person ever.
Yeah.
There was this slideshow for health class because that was the year health class came to us
Right.
in our advisories.
Oh,
So she came to the health class and we had to do a presentation on a random STD. And Fuad got herpes. And it's Fuad, so he gets up there and he goes, "Hello? We are going to be talking about herpes?" And then he clicked the next slide and it just says, "You get it from sex." And he goes, "You get it from sex?" And he just stood there for like 10 seconds. Next slide.
Oh my God. I still have those like 8th grade like
Dude, I still have the Gems and
PTA,
Guys
like-
stuff.
God, the STD like Google Slides presentation.
Yeah.
So good.
I have a slideshow. Do you remember the comic book that we made for Gems and Guys? For the
yeah.
flood. Like, we had to do... And then
Oh yeah.
I made the beat on GarageBand to go with it while the comic was being read.
Oh my God.
And I'm going to see if I can pull that up again when I get links in the description. No, but it's not. But just, like, I saw that, like, a year ago, and I was just like, wow. Just, I thank God Google loves to save everything.
Yeah, that's
Because
sick.
just so much old stuff like that. An old Stevens 4 Things About Me thing.
God.
And it was just like, I love Pokemon. And it was a
Best
picture of Pokemon Ruby.
Yeah. Shout out Steven.
Shout out
Much love.
Steven.
Okay, we should wrap it up though.
The
potty.
potty.
The potty. No toiletries. Thank you guys for listening, watching. I had a joke and I forgot it. I was gonna say it at the end.
Yeah.
Shout out Super Chill for sponsoring today's episode.
Love Super. Subaru.
Yeah. Shout out Aiden Pendleton
Yermly. Follow Nyatt_nation.
on the gram.
Actually follow Nyatt_personal.
Personal, if
Yeah,
you want
don't follow the nation.
Yeah. You don't want
You don't want to mess with the nation.
Okay. Thanks for watching. See ya.
We talked about not talking
Bye.
anymore.